Hey, what's up? It's your boy, 24/7 here with 24/7 Fusion Media. And late last night, came across this article that I wanted to touch on this morning concerning William Shatner. You have, news publications like the New York Post, Deadline, HuffPost, Hollywood Reporter, and etc. And they're all reporting that William Shatner is done with Star Trek. All right, so it's with Star Trek Picard, starring Patrick Stewart on CBS All Access. You had Twitter fans, hitting William Shatner up on Twitter and asking him if he would reprise his role as Captain Kirk, and William Shatner just flat out said no. He said, in his words, he said, "I think Kirk's story is pretty well played out at this point." And I've read a lot of Star Trek books, and there's a particular part that's called the Shatnerverse. And what it has stories of Captain Kirk after generations. Because he, if you watch Star Trek Generations, he died in Generations. And these books, oh man, they're awesome. They're written by William Shatner. And, what they talk about is how Kirk came back to life after Generations. If you never heard of this, you can start off with The Return. And Star Trek The Return, from the Shatnerverse. You check it out. Wonderfully made book. Stories, very entertaining. It's a lot better than anything that we're seeing now. Actually, it's better than everything that we're seeing now in Star Trek. And if you guys, would like to look into it, I advise you go pick it up. They also have the audio books, which are narrated by William Shatner. So, there's a couple things to check out here. But let me get back to this. William Shatner then is proceeded in a follow-up question. He was asked if he would ever be in any extension of the franchise, and he replied, "What was any different about my statement on Kirk that I haven't said before?" He says, "I don't do cameos." He thinks cameos are a throwaway part just to sell DVDs. I can understand that because, it would have got a few more butts in the seats and probably would have sold a few more DVDs if he would did that appearance. And what he was referring to is the 2009 J.J. Abrams Star Trek, where they were able to have Leonard Nimoy reprise his role as Spock. They also wanted to get William Shatner to, reprise his role as Captain Kirk. And he refused. He also, came out and said, "Hey, Kirk died in Generations. What else is left? Adventures in the Ribbon?" And, what he means by that is if you'd have watched that Star Trek Generations movie, Captain Kirk was stuck in this utopia type reality called the Nexus Ribbon. And Jean-Luc Picard from Star Trek The Next Generation got him out of that ribbons, and they ended up fighting this villain, and Kirk died at the end. Spoiler alerts, but shit happened, over 15 years ago. So, if you haven't watched the movie by then, I'm sorry. But yeah, that's what he was referring to. And the sad part is that CBS, Viacom, they're such in a disarray right now. Stocks are fucking plummeting, and you have Star Trek Discovery, wow, which is a dumpster fire, and then you have Star Trek Picard, which is made by the same people. And the thing is, it's showing basically was probably the last mission of Jean-Luc Picard. So, as we're watching this and we're hearing what William Shatner has to say, I think I'd have to agree with William Shatner. I wouldn't want Captain Kirk to come back under these circumstances. You have the people from Bad Robot, Secret Hideout, Alex Kurtzman, have his hands all in all this. And, he's the one that's creating all this. And this stuff is not good. It's not good. It's not good to watch. There's so many plot holes and different things that are wrong with this. Hell, they're even cursing in Star Trek, which was never unheard. Nobody ever cursed in Star Trek until just a few weeks ago. So, I agree with William Shatner. If I had a chance to come back, I just wouldn't come back at all. Not under these circumstances. And Miss Shatner's not getting any younger, so that's that. Just wanted to say that when you have the franchise's greatest icon, greatest hero, not even wanting to come back to his own franchise, then something's really wrong. This 24/7. I love y'all, and I'm out. Peace.